Good afternoon. My name is Donna, and I am your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications. Abundant Television, we're syndicated there through Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Make sure you check out the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. Thank you so much for watching. So we're all trying to declutter our lives, and I'm going to tell you what, mine can actually be in a mess. We're going to talk about decluttering clothes. 11 tips that make cleaning out your closet a whole lot easier. Now, I'm talking to myself on this, so I just walked into the front bedroom. Decided to make that kind of expand and make that one of my studios. And when folks come over and we're having interviews, well, then it'll be just a little bit bigger area. And then what I'm using right now for the studio is actually going to be the workshop only. So we're going to have those two areas separated, but in order to do that, I got to clean out the closets. I got to clean out all this stuff. So let's talk about this just for a few minutes. And let's see, and to make it easier, and why actually fewer clothes make your life a lot easier. So I'm not sold on that one. So let's see if they can sell me on it. So this is found on SimpleLionHeartLife.com. SimpleLionHeartLife.com. It's no secret that the author says, I love a simplified wardrobe. And I do too. I like being able just to go into the closet, get what I want, put the jewelry with it, mix it, match it, whatever I need to do. In fact, creating a capsule wardrobe has been one of my favorite simplifying projects, is what this author says. She says, even if you aren't ready to go all in simplifying your clothes and create a capsule wardrobe, we're going to find out what she means by capsule wardrobe. Decluttering your clothes can still have a positive impact on your life. You know, that I know is true. So if I have just, like right now, I'm in the middle of organizing. I can't find anything because I'm used to everything, like skirts here, tops here, suits here, dresses here. I'm used to that. So right now, everything is just kind of cluttered. It's all over the place. So let's see if I can get some help here, and maybe it can help you out as well. Okay, so here's what the number one tip is: wear it today. What do you mean by that? So if you're decluttering your clothes, if you come across something you don't wear often but are struggling to let it go, make it a point to wear the item today, or at least within the next couple of days. Okay, I said the psychology in that. This is one of the favorite tricks, she says, I use when decluttering clothes, especially clothes you're having a hard time letting go of. It's easy to keep things you hope to wear, or wish you wore, or think you wear, but in reality, rarely wear. The best way to challenge this is to make a point to wear the item right away and see how you like it. Often the things we want to keep but rarely wear are things we want to work for us, but they really don't work. Everybody has their own style, right? By making a point to wear it right away and paying attention to how it fits, feels, and how you feel when wearing it can help you decide whether you honestly want to keep it or not, making it easier to weed out the clothes that just simply don't work for you. For example, if you notice it bugs you in some way when you're wearing it, doesn't feel as well as you thought or hoped, maybe just doesn't feel good, or it doesn't make you feel great when you're in it, get rid of it. I am to only keep the things if you look and feel your best when you wear them. You know, sometimes, like there was a jacket I bought one time, and I really liked the way it looked. I liked the way it fit. I liked everything about this jacket. The only thing is the material it was made of made my skin itch. Well, I held on to that jacket for years. And then finally I was cleaning out my clothes to give to the Shepherd's Cove thrift shop. And I thought, it must be something, I don't know, maybe my body. I don't know what in the world it is. I went on ahead and gave it away. Do you know I actually felt better just by getting rid of it? I don't know what it does to the psychology of everything. But also the author says, if you don't want to wear it now, when will you wear it? And further, if there's something you think you want to keep in your wardrobe but don't want to wear it in the next few days, when will you wear it? Of course, this doesn't apply to special occasion clothes, but if there's something from your everyday wardrobe that you want to keep but you don't want to wear in the next few days, it's a good sign you really don't love it to begin with. My clothes have to kind of depend on the show, because this is what I do most of the time. And so with the background, it's been told to me by the people who are in the business that I should wear solid color clothes. And it's like your blacks and maybe reds, just anything that's a solid color. because it kind of messes up with the stuff going on in the background. And I agree with that kind of, but then I like prints. I like florals. I like, just different stuff like that. But I have noticed it looks just a little bit busy when I do wear florals. Number 2, and I think this is a great idea right here. Turn your hangers around. What could that possibly mean? This is a well-known trick to use when decluttering clothes. It's also known for a good reason. It works. Most people wear the same small selection of their favorite clothes most of the time. In fact, it's often estimated that most people wear 20% of their clothes 80% of the time. But even knowing this, you might think you need more clothes to give yourself options and variety. However, keeping track of which items you wear and which items you don't is a good way to give yourself a push to be more ruthless when decluttering clothes. So here's how this idea works. Turn your hangers around. To hang backwards in your closet. Set a deadline to revisit your wardrobe in a set time, say 3 to 6 months. Then each time you wear an item, hang it back on the hanger facing the right way. So when you reach your deadline, see if there are any hangers that are still hanging backwards. So if you haven't worn an item in the past 3 to 6 months, you can feel more confident in getting rid of it. Unless it's something for the wintertime, the harsh cold, or the hot summertime. So think about that as well. Number 3, track your wears. So what do they mean by that? Okay, now the hanger method works great to show you which clothes you never wear, but what about items you wear only once in a while, but don't love or wear frequently? A great way to take the backwards hanger method to the next level is to keep track of how often you wear each item in your wardrobe. So you can track your wardrobe by which items you wear in an app. In an app of all things. Or simply make a list of your clothes and tally up how many times you wear each item over a set period of time. For example, after tracking your wardrobe for say 3 months, you'll be able to see which items are on the go pieces to wear that you wear often, as well as which items you rarely wear and can likely get rid of. Often seeing exactly how many wears or how few wears you're getting out of your clothes is a great way to make decluttering clothes easier. I agree with that. Okay, now this is another one. It says pay attention to what's always left on laundry day. So if listing your clothes and tracking how many times you wear them sounds like a little bit too much work, there's another great option. It's to simply pay attention to which items are always left on laundry day. So before you put your clean laundry back in the closet, take a minute to notice which items you didn't wear. If you notice the same items sitting unworn week after week, you might feel more confident in getting rid of those items. Another way is to use laundry day as an experiment to help declutter your clothes, is to see how long you can go before doing your laundry. This forces you to wear some of the clothes that you usually pass over in side of your favorite go-to items. Now, as you're wearing the clothes you don't wear often, pay attention to how they fit, feel, and how they look on you. If you don't feel the fit, feel, or look, get rid of them. I was told actually by a fashion consultant one time not to wear red. She said, you don't need to wear red. And I said, what color should I wear? I think she was wrong, because this is what happens. Sometimes a well-meaning fashion consultant will tell you something and it's nowhere near the truth. It's in a book or something and they read it that way. So I stopped wearing red. Then my friends started saying, yeah, you really looked good in red. Why did you stop wearing red? And I said, well, it was a position I used to have. And so I was in New York on a business trip. And I said, well, this fashion consultant told me I shouldn't wear red. And it's like everybody was going, are you kidding me? That fashion consultant didn't know what they were talking about. You come alive in red. And they also said, and you also look good in black. So I guess that's why I wear black a lot. But I like black because it's so dressy. And you can change your jewelry around. And so you can always make a fashion statement with black. I guess it's the Audrey Hepburn, thing, with the black dress, little black dress. And then your pearls, nothing looks classier than that. And that was always my grandmother's go-to look too. The black with the black pearl, or with the white pearls. Okay, number 5, try it on. Okay, this may make you sad when you try it on. So just like making a point to wear clothes you're struggling to let go of, Another great way is to make decluttering clothes easier by trying on each item you want to keep. As you try each item on, honestly access how it looks. Get the mirror, look behind, okay, because that's important too. How it feels and how it fits. Look in the mirror, take pictures of yourself, or ask a friend you trust to be brutally honest with you to give you their opinion. Don't ask your husband because he's always going to say, looks good, honey. He's always going to say that. So ask somebody that you trust who's going to give you the truth, okay? Often having a fresh pair of eyes to help you sort out your clothes can really be helpful and to decide which items make you look your best, unless it's your best friend and she wants that dress. And she just tells you that. Okay, sometimes you think something looks and feels great on you, but what you think isn't always true. That's the truth. Many styles or your style has changed. Your body size or your shape might have changed. Or maybe the style, the color, or fit of an item just doesn't flatter you as much as you thought it did. And sometimes even though you want to love an item, something about it just bugs you. Do you have that thought too? I do. Maybe you notice you're adjusting it constantly. The material is irritating, like the jacket I was talking about. The color isn't the best on you. It can be a number of reasons. So here's another important tip to help when you're decluttering your clothes. If you have to ask someone else what they think of an item, it's usually a good sign you don't love it. You're trying to get somebody to sell you on the idea. So if it's something you love, look great in, and feel great in, you usually know right away. Asking someone else if they think you should keep an item or not is usually a good indicator that you are just not in love with it. Let's go into a commercial break. We're going to be right back in just a few minutes. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0.
The best sleep just got even better. Whether you have a My Pillow or not, you need to get the brand new My Pillow 2.0. Call or go to mypillow.com now. Use your promo code, and for a limited time, when you buy one, you'll get a second one absolutely free.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundant Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Again, thank you so much for watching. I definitely appreciate that. Make sure you check out the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. And also, if you have emails, you'd like to be part of the birthday club, the anniversary club, whatever you just want to talk about, you have a topic you would like for me to talk about, you can send an email to Donna at donnasedge.com. That's Donna at donnasedge.com. So we're talking about clothes, how to declutter the closet. Maybe it's something a friend gave you a long time ago, you don't like it, but you're keeping it just because the friend gave it to you. Friend probably doesn't even remember what they gave you. So just go on ahead and get rid of it if it's just something you don't need. And remember, take it to Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop, because they'll be able, somebody somewhere, it's going to be the right fit for them. It's going to be the right color. It's going to be the right everything. So remember that, okay? Now we've got to number 6. Number 6 says, give yourself deadlines for repairs or alterations. How many things are in your closet that, maybe it needs a button on it, maybe the button is loose, some simple something, you just haven't taken time to fix it. So let's just see what the author here says. Clothes waiting to be repaired or altered can be another source of clutter in your closet. I know I've got some like that. I got to get on it. It's easy to keep clothes around that need repairs or alterations, but never actually get around to getting the repairs or alterations done. Then the clothes just sit in your closet, but they aren't actually worn. So the best way to deal with this type of clutter is to give yourself deadlines to get the repairs or alterations done. If you haven't got the repairs or alterations done by the deadline, then it's not important to you. Get rid of the items. If an item isn't important enough that you want to get the repairs or alterations done in a timely manner, you probably don't need it in your wardrobe anyway. Think so? I think that's a good idea. Number 7, give the clothes you don't need to someone who really does need them. I remember a few years ago, there was a devastating fire, someone we went to church with, and the lady just happened to be my size. and her husband was tall and thin like my husband. So we just cleaned everything out of our closets that we weren't wearing anyway. And so we just gave them to them, and they needed them. They could use them. Whew. And I didn't have so much clutter in my closet either. So remember, you can give to a good cause. There's plenty of them around. Lots of really good folks. Okay, so another way to help to be more ruthless, according to the author, when decluttering clothes, is to shift your mindset. So instead of thinking about you, think about how other people could use and appreciate the clothes you aren't wearing in meaningful ways. For example, Dress for Success collects business clothes for women trying to enter the job market, or to wear on job interviews to increase their chances of getting a job. And so sometimes that's all that's keeping somebody from getting the job of their dreams. They just simply, maybe it's a stay-at-home mom and she always had, everyday clothes to wear, pants, slacks, jeans, tops, that kind of thing. But she wants to get back into the workforce and she really doesn't have the clothes to wear and doesn't really have the money to go get those things, right clothes for the workforce. There's another great organization. It's called the Glass Slipper Project. It collects formal gowns to give to girls who otherwise couldn't afford a prom dress. So that's just another idea right there. Other examples are women's shelters, homeless shelters, and other organizations that support people who otherwise have not have access to clean, weather-appropriate clothes in good condition. Often thinking about how you could help others with the clothes you don't wear can really help you get right on decluttering your clothes and getting rid of them a lot easier. And you even feel good. You feel good about this, knowing that you'll be helping someone else make their life a whole lot better. Okay, now let's talk about number 8. Number 8 is have a donation box in your closet if you've got room. I have to have mine maybe to the side right before you get into the closet, but make sure you have an ongoing donation box. Anytime you come across something you don't like or it doesn't fit, you're just ready to let go of, etc., just put it straight into that donation box. When the box gets full, drop it off to your favorite donation center and start again. Now, the easier you make it to get rid of clothes, the more likely you're going to follow through and clear the clutter from your closet. Now, this also applies not only to your clothes, but to jewelry, because if you're not really careful, all the accessories, the scarves and things like that, it was your favorite one, but you're just not wearing it anymore, give it away to a donation center. Somebody's going to be able to make some use of it. Or if you have a friend who's a crafter and they like revitalizing things and they like making something new out of it, give it to them and just say, hey, I'll pay you, make me something new out of it. That's just a good thing to do. A lot of people have done that in my business, Donna's Designs, because maybe it was something that was handed down to them. It was their grandmother's, maybe a piece of jewelry that their grandmother wore, but they're not going to wear it because it's not their style. And maybe it's something from the 1930s, the 1940s, or the 1950s, and they just don't wear that kind of jewelry. People have given me things and said, look, I just don't wear that. It's not popular. Can you kind of make it a now fashion statement? And I love doing that. And so what I do is I'll mark out a design, I'll go ahead and draw it off, and then I'll send it to them. Right now you can just take pictures and text, which makes my life a lot easier. And then they look at it, and if it's something I think is going to be their style and they like it, I'll go ahead and, because before you tear up grandma's necklace and that kind of thing, you want to make sure that it's going to be the style that they are actually going to love. Okay, now ask yourself the right questions. So if you want to downsize your wardrobe and be a little more ruthless when decluttering clothes, ask yourself the right questions about your clothes. And this is really, really important. So here are the 6 questions you might want to ask about making decluttering clothes easier. First question is, does it fit? I know I lost some weight, so I had some clothes that were too big, and Phil kept saying, it looks like another person moved out of those clothes. And I would say, oh man, it's my favorite dress. And he would say, it doesn't fit anymore. And so I got rid of a whole bunch of clothes that way. Is it damaged? Is it stained? Or is it needing repairs? Do you feel good in it? Is it comfortable? Do you look good in it? Does the color and the style flatter you? When was the last time you wore it? Would you be happy wearing it for the rest of the day? And you can read more questions. Go to this website, by the way. SimpleLionHeartLife.com. SimpleLionHeartLife.com. Okay, number 10, stop buying more clothes. Stop. If you want to declutter your wardrobe, simplify your closet. It's important to stop adding more clothes to the wardrobe while you're trying to declutter. I know this is what I've done in the past. Do you know how many colors of red there are? There's a lot of different, there are warm colors, there are cool colors, there are deep reds, there are maroon reds, or just all these different colors of red. So in the past, what I have done, I found like a jacket or I found a dress or something, and I'll think, you know what, I think that's going to match the skirt that I bought on sale one time. I think it's going to be the exact same color. And you get home with it and it's not the right color. You don't have anything else to wear with it, so you're stuck with a jacket that you thought was going to fit a skirt or a pair of slacks you had. Nowhere near the right color. But I will tell you this tip on red though. Black goes with everything. So if you found a red jacket like that and it doesn't match the skirt you really wanted to wear with it, wear some black slacks with it. Or maybe even wear a black skirt. And you can find these really neat sleeveless dresses. And this is what I like to do. When, like, let's say I'm going, on a trip somewhere and I'm not really certain about the weather conditions. And it may be cooler than I thought it was going to be. Or it may be warmer than I thought it was going to be. So I always like to wear a jacket when I go somewhere, even in the summertime. I like to do that. Or if I'm going to a church with a friend or whatever. My own church, I know exactly what to wear. But if I'm going to another church, I like to, because some churches keep it like extremely cold inside. And I'm like this really cold-natured person anyway. So anyway, just kind of an idea. Oh, I better hurry up. Okay. Pay attention to the clothes you're getting rid of and the clothes you're keeping. So look for trends or similarities between the clothes you're getting rid of. Also pay attention to the clothes you're keeping and wear most often. Do they have something in common? Can this help you hone in on your personal style and preferences so you can buy clothes that actually work best for you in the future? Now, number 11, and this is the last one, and I do have time. Okay, so use a maybe box. A maybe box. So the author says, my favorite trick when decluttering clothes is using a maybe box. So here's how the maybe box works. If you're struggling to let go of an item, especially if you know you don't wear it often, put it in a box and put the box out of sight. Add a reminder in your phone for a date in the future, say 3 months from now. If you haven't needed, wanted, or even thought about the items in your maybe box at that time, get rid of them knowing you can just live fine without them. A maybe box is like kind of a decluttering safety net. Okay, so it lets you be a little more ruthless, because how many times have you actually given something away and thought, I liked that. I don't know why I did. As a matter of fact, I have been to Shepherd's Cove where I actually got rid of something and I went back just to see if it was still on the rack. It's because I was going to buy it back. So, I mean, that should let you know something. So if you really miss something, you can get it out of the box. But if it lets you experiment with living for less without being afraid of regretting getting rid of something, a maybe box is a good idea. Figure out what makes decluttering clothes easier for you. So when you tackle decluttering your clothes, these tips and tricks can make the process easier. And these are really good strategies. I do like these. Thank you so much for watching The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. You can also find us on the podcast, Net News Network. .net. I hope you have a fantastic day. You take care.